This video got 8 million views by meowing Olivia Rodrigo's driver's license. What? Let's find out how that happened. But let's watch it first. Meow 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 meow. So there's the video, and yeah, it has 8 million views currently. October 2021 is when this video is taking place. I'm saying that because the algorithm is always changing, so the things that I'm about to tell you may or may not still be applicable if you're watching this like a year later. So how in the world did that video get 8 million views? What is going on? So here are some things that I think, I'm gonna look at my notes because I want to make sure I hit all my points. But so the first thing is, and if you saw my last video, you might have a clue. If you saw my last video, what do you think the first thing I'm going to tell you is? Leave a comment down below and let me know. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is it's absurd. So the song is very familiar. Everybody seems to love Olivia Rodrigo right now. First of all, let me mention, I didn't know it was gonna go that big when I posted it. Because I was having success with this type of video, I did think that people would watch it. I did not know that it was going to get to the level that it did. So, let me tell you, going viral, there's a method, and you can do some things to help that happen, but sometimes the things don't take off as much as you think they should, or would, or expected. And so there's no like surefire, like do this, and this, and you'll go viral every time. That's just not gonna happen. However, there is a method of, oh, people are actually watching this and engaging with this, so you can kind of gauge what's gonna perform well and what's not at some points. And I still, believe me, I still fail and make many mistakes, and it's okay. But it's absurd. But people also recognize the song. People are like, oh, this is familiar. And so they know the song, so they're probably singing the song as well. But the thing is, and they've heard it over and over and over, and it's going around and around and around, but no one has seen it in this way. So meowing it was like, oh, well, this has been done so many times before, but not in this way. Like this, what? This is absurd. So absurdity works for TikTok. It can work for other platforms depending on how you do it. But TikTok is like the platform of absurdity. So if you post something, or if you see a post and you're like, this is completely absurd, and it takes off, and you're like, why? Well, that's why. Because, well, that's part of the why anyway. Because people on the app, they're scrolling really quickly, and so the thing that's so absurd, they're gonna stop and be like, wait, what? And it's actually gonna grab their attention. If it's not absurd, then because a lot of times people are on the app for entertainment. Yes, there are some educational profiles that take off because that's what some people are there for, and that's amazing. So if that's you, keep doing that. You couldn't add an absurd element to it, but the thing is, everything just kind of blends together if you don't find a way to stand out. And doing something that's familiar in a way that no one has ever seen before is a way to stand out, and that actually goes more than just TikTok. But absurdity is number one, and number two is the fact that it was familiar, and number three is the fact that people could use this filter. People could just, I don't know if you know how TikTok works, but if you don't know how TikTok works, there's the video, and then you have your title and your hashtags, and right above your title and hashtags, the name of the filter appears, and you can click on that filter, and then you too can morph into a cat, or try to anyway, because it doesn't always work properly. That's another thing. The filter doesn't always work the way you think it's going to. So it's always kind of like a, what's gonna happen? Is this actually gonna work? What does this person look like as a cat? So it's always kind of a game of chance, I suppose. And then, so it became a very interactive thing because people could just click on a filter. And then another thing is, if people didn't want to put a lot of effort into making their own video, what they could do is they could actually click on the sound. Again, if you're not familiar with TikTok, over here's your profile picture, your likes, your comments, your shares, and then down at the bottom right-hand corner, it's probably the opposite side of the screen, but on the bottom right-hand corner is a little circle with the profile picture of whoever sound it is, and you can click on that and it will automatically go into the video. And I think that if you, on the videos with filters, if you click on the sound, it automatically puts the filter on there too. So it's super easy, and all they have to do is lip sync to the sound, and then they too morph into a cat. Sometimes something else, but that's, it also gives a good laugh either way. So it's very interactive. And then because people are like, oh, is it gonna work? If it does work, is it gonna be the right animal? If it is the right animal, what's she gonna look like? They watch the whole thing, or sometimes even more than once, because they wanna know the ending, and then because it gave them a good laugh, sometimes they watch it more than once. And so watch time is very, very, very important on the TikTok platform. So you wanna make sure that they're watching all the way through the video. Then the other thing is, sharing is also really important. I think Facebook might be, it might be the most important thing on Facebook, but it's still pretty high up there on TikTok. And that's because if people are stopping and taking time to share the video, not everybody's gonna do that on every video because there's just far too many out there. So if people are actually taking time to stop and share the video, then that means that people actually want to watch it. And so the algorithm favors that as well. Again, this is October 2021. And people are wanting to share the video because, one, they got a laugh and also think that the morphing into the cat is absolutely adorable, or they got a good laugh and they think the morphing into a cat and meowing Olivia Rodrigo was absolutely ridiculous and absurd, and they want their friends to share in how ridiculous this is. So those are ways to get shares. And another reason that it kept getting views is because I was interacting with people. I was actually responding to comments, and you would not believe how many people's minds are blown just because you said hi to them in the comment. They're like, oh, I didn't expect you to respond. But it's like, no, like I'm here to respond to you. This is why I'm here. And it's kind of rare these days that people, if you're watching my content, you are probably one of those people that actually respond to comments. However, in general, it's actually relatively rare to find people that are interacting with their audience and not just putting a good ego boost out there and seeking attention. So responding to comments was a key thing. Responding to requests was a key thing, because that got the excitement up there of, oh, maybe my comment will get chosen to be made into a new video, and if my comment gets chosen, then everybody's going to see my name. So that raises another level of excitement as well. And then something that might have helped this particular video is filming in my car. A, TikTok is a pretty laid back platform, and B, the song is, I got my driver's license last week, and so filming in a car was really appropriate for the song. So to recap, how this video got millions of views and how it might be able to work for you as well is it was absurd, People found it funny, so they were entertained by it. It was interactive, so they too could do it either through the filter or through the sound. And there was also a chance, there was also a good possibility that I was going to respond to their comment and interact with them themselves. So hopefully this helps you. If you have any questions, please let me know. I would love to answer them for you. And as always, I love you so much. I believe in you, and dream big and take action.